Welcome, Virgo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your February love reading. Inspired by Venus's forward motion in Capricorn, the last month of a 5 more month retrograde period where it has contacted Pluto several times. So, this is giving us an opportunity to look at how we deeply value power, love, and how we negotiate our self-worth in the world, our relationships, our aesthetic, beauty, harmony, building things of value and beauty in our world. So I'm going to get started, Virgo, with an overall energy card for you, the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is indicating your uh, major depth and focus on understanding disappointments and failures in your past. This is you recognizing that something was not successful. You have experienced sabotage, destruction, betrayal. A major hurt or damage has been sustained and you have suffered. However, through your suffering, you have focused on your role in and responsibility in the failures that you experienced, rather than externalizing the responsibility for those failures. And in so doing, you are releasing, allowing yourself to experience the emotions that were generated by the disappointments, by the heartache you experienced, and also your ability to release the suffering as you have made the best attempt to understand the situation and recognize that you are free of things that no longer serve you, be they relationships or situations. And so the cards that are describing you are the Ten of Wands, the Eight of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. Interesting. You have worked long and hard. You have exhausted yourself meeting the needs of others. However, you have, in so doing, in completing these obligations, you have released yourself from a situation that no longer has meaning for you. But you have received and are receiving tremendous material benefits for the efforts that you have made, allowing you to close out an unsatisfying cycle in your life, an unsatisfying relationship, or allowing you to close out, receive the reward and recognition for the work that you have done, and move on to an area of growth that will be more meaningful to you. This is you absolutely exhausted and drained by the experience of completing, of achieving this great effort as part, on behalf of the community you are engaged in. You have grown, but you have also depleted yourself. But in your attempts, in your efforts to understand where the errors may have been in your efforts, you have now been able to release this obligation to fulfill a commitment that you made and receive whatever rewards that you were able to receive from that effort you have just completed. More clearly releasing you from a situation that you have outgrown. The cards that describe your significant other, a person of interest to you, or heart's desire are the Chariot card, the Queen of Wands, and the Devil card. You are definitely looking at and releasing old patterns and habits. You are understanding that your commitment to the tribe, to the community, to a group of collaborators or a working professional team has been based on your need to fulfill the obligations and expectations of others, your need to be seen as the one in control and taking care of others, without recognizing that you were choosing not to take care, not to even identify those needs of yours that were most important. In your new move forward, as you are identifying what's important and what's meaningful to you, through your efforts as a leader, as an inspirer, someone who is moving towards something that is going to expand your base, your area of ability, of creativity, of effort, you are tempted by the material trappings of the efforts that you are making, Virgo. You are tempted to fall back upon your ability to take control and responsibility over others, to control the work that you are engaged in collaboratively, and to retreat into the sense of an old pattern, an old need to be on top, to be domineering in the situation. Your heart is identifying as you ask for help, as you open yourself up to the assistance that you need, the intervention that may be required by your mentors, by your teachers, by your elders or guides. You are capable of defining a new area of growth in which you are resisting the temptation to be ultimately in control. You're releasing the temptation to pursue the material benefits of this effort to the exclusion of other things, so that in your efforts to move forward, you are identifying your growth of knowledge as being one of the goals that is helping you to get the support to delegate the responsibilities as needed. This is about you learning to manage the efforts of the community on whose behalf you are working for. The resolution to the situation, or the negotiation of your current situation, next steps are the Four of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the Death card. So this is a tremendous transformation that you are undergoing. You are taking a very conventional responsibility, and you are transforming what your benefits are from the efforts that you are able to make. You are accomplished. You have achieved a great deal, or you are in the process of completing a major achievement or success on behalf of others. And this is clearing the way for you to ask for what it is that you really want, what you really need in an effort to make it fulfill your standards of practicality, of excellence, of quality. Improving the quality of your service so that you are growing, you are allowing yourself to learn, to be instructed, to be directed by those who can offer you the assistance you're asking for help with. The Four of Swords and the Four of Wands shows tremendous growth in different arenas of your life. The establishment of a foundation where you are able to step back and witness and observe your thoughts, your patterns of behavior that have felt difficult and challenging for you, your initial strategies in moving a project forward have caused you to step back and look at ways that you can improve your performance, your plan, build a stronger plan, and recognize the progress that you have made. The progress that you're making, the Four of Wands, indicates that you are indeed building this cultural and spiritual foundation required to grow this project exponentially, to grow this effort that you are now identifying as the area of your best path. Your leadership on that path is actually now providing you with an opportunity for celebration. And so you are in the phases of finalizing this process of internal understanding, deep understanding of your efforts, taking responsibility for those errors, disappointments, failures that you've experienced, and recognizing that those have been gifts, those have been opportunities that you now are able to transform into something at a more complete, more fulfilling, and expanded direction. So this is the way you're working, the way you're joining, the way you're entering into relationships and partnerships that is now yielding you, Virgo, with an opportunity to not necessarily be the boss, but to facilitate the collective engagement of all parties involved so that you are collectively creating and you are managing the collective creation of something new, something expanded, something built on top of the already successful and completed work that you have accomplished. I'm going to clarify a couple of these cards with the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot, which has already been shuffled. I will cut it just to make sure that we are in sync. And I'm going to clarify the Chariot card here with the Four of Swords, a repeat, and the Seven of Cups. So as you are identifying the focus, the laser focus of your attention, as you have engaged in the forgiveness, not only of others in the process of examining your failures, your disappointments, engaging in that forgiveness must include the forgiveness of self. You have understood where your responsibilities and roles are. However, you are still at this time completing this final stage of grieving for the losses that you've sustained, the things that haven't worked out, despite your apparent material success at this time. And what you are being asked to do at this time is to more deeply forgive yourself. You are in the process of forgiving others who have perhaps inadvertently or consciously sabotaged plans, been blocks, delivered unsatisfying outcomes to you, disappointed you, hurt you. But you are in the process now of not only forgiving yourself for allowing that, feeling that you allowed it, but also forgiving yourself for, as part of accepting the situation and letting it go. So this is a part of the release. As you are forgiving others as well as yourself, you are imagining, you are releasing your imagination and even your projections around possibilities moving forward. These possibilities, these options that are appearing as you're honing in your target, your focus on the goals, the projects, the relationship, the opportunity that is before you, you are recognizing a myriad of distractions that you are now capable of being, that are capable of sabotaging this effort that you are making at this time, this victorious and rapid forward motion as you ask for help. And part of that help is by forgiving yourself. Forgiving others allows you to close up the grieving process and release the notion that you are not in control of your efforts. And that is key. I'm going to clarify the Death card with the Ace of Cups and the Wayfarer card, which is the same as the Lover's card in this deck. The Ace of Cups is indicating that as you go through this process of retreat, of stepping back, of healing, you are renewing your sense of self. You are renewing and remotivating yourself to give yourself the healing, the consideration, the forgiveness, and the understanding that you have applied to situations and relationships that you have been finding disappointing, failed, unsuccessful, incomplete. You are now understanding and recognizing that you are in control of the flow of those feelings, of that attention, of that nurturance and care. As you've completed a cycle and you've received many of the benefits of that, you are now free to move in a new, fresh direction with the support of others by facilitating and delegating aspects of this new project to others. You are empowering them. You are allowing them to look at the evidence of your work as a model and a role for ways in which you can grow and nurture and imagine new possibilities for this forward motion, this new project and activity that you're moving towards rapidly. The Lover's card here, the Wayfarer in this deck, clarifies that you are at a point of choice. In the past, where the Devil card has helped you to realize that you weren't aware that you were choosing to exclusively fulfill the needs of others. You were not aware that you had chosen that for yourself, but you are now aware that that is a choice, and instead you are choosing to discriminate between the opportunities before you on your own behalf. You are choosing yourself in a relationship, and this new love that I see evidence of here is you, as so often is the case, choosing yourself. This is you recognizing that any relationship, any partnership, any pursuit of something that is passionately and deeply felt, that you have committed to, that is growing you, requires that you understand what is best for you, the best choice for you moving forward. Not what is best for everyone else, but looking at the path of your history and the paths that you now recognize that can lead to abundance, and those paths that lead to exhaustion, depletion, nothing. So I see you choosing different paths at every step of the way at this point. And you are choosing love. You are choosing to open your heart in a way that is a renewal for you, a leveling up. I'm going to finish off this reading with an oracle card from the Language of Flowers and the Crystal Oracle. And I will ask that if you're finding this reading useful, helpful, enjoyable, please like and subscribe to my channel. And I thank all of you who have done so and continue to do so on my behalf. I've found a card here, and this is Bluebell is the flower, and the key word is gratitude. Be thankful for what is good now. I'm going to leave it here, Virgo, and I'm going to thank you for your time, your attention, and until next time, namaste.